Hey everybody and welcome to my channel. And here today I'm going to be showing you a guide to the beginner tier 1 equipment in Phasmophobia. If there's new people out here playing this game, seeing videos of people using the tier 3 equipment, I'm going to go back from all the flashy, cool tier 3 equipment that you're seeing that you don't have yet to the tier 1 equipment, and I'm going to show you how to find the ghost room, find whatever ghost you need, with just these simple items that can be a pain to use sometimes. For me, definitely, when I started out, it was a pain. You can use these items for any difficulty from amateur to professional to nightmare and beyond. So let's just start here at Tanglewood. Now here you have all your tier 1 equipment, from your cameras to your tripods, dots, flashlights, ghostwriting books, UVs, TEMS, spirit box, EMFs, to beyond with your crucifixes, your smudges, paramics, sanity meds, motion sensors, and all that good stuff. So usually me, when I go into here, I like to take spirit box, EMF, and UV as a flashlight instead of, getting a regular flashlight. It's best to just take something else with you that is also evidence included that you can just see with. Now, if you had a glow stick at tier 2, this would be a lot better, and also you should always remember where the breaker is. Yeah, it's better with tier 2 glow stick with the UV, but you can stick with the tier 1. So, let's get in here, see what's going on. Got some activity over here already. Heard a door open. Okay, in this closet, so this is most likely going to be the ghost room. Let's set that down. And let's see, go find the breaker. And that was here in the garage when we checked on the map in the truck. Flip that on. And you can... Oh, hey, how's it going? Well, I would turn that on, but you can light your way back with some lights, just to quickly know your way out. Now what you're going to want to do is start shuttling equipment that you need from the truck, and we're going to start grabbing our temps just to make sure that this is the ghost room that we saw earlier with the activity. Let's see, the hallway is not right. We heard the guitar. And there's a steady decrease right here, so this definitely looks like the room. Okay. Quickly ask some spirit box questions. Are you there? Can you hear me? Where are you? Are you there? Okay, so we got UV evidence here. That's great. Are you there? Can you hear me? Where are you? Are you here? And looks like we don't have any spirit box. That's good. And we're still at about a 2 to 3 EMF, so that's fine. Let's head back to the truck and get some more stuff. Alrighty, so we got ultraviolet, that's good. Alright, so let's see what we're gonna grab next. Definitely grab a camera so you can check orbs. You can take tripods if you want. Dot pen and ghost writing. And also keep an eye on your sanity and activity levels in case you are sure you want to go right back in. Okay, let's see if we got any ghost orbs in here. Turn that light off. And it looks like we don't have any for now. Double check. And looks like no, we don't. Also, a quick word of advice. If you see a ghost turn on a light, like that light that was in there, you can immediately cross off Mare. They are not able to turn on lights. Let's head back in just to check again. And, oh, looks like we do have a ghost orb there on the bed. Alright, set that down. Hey, how you doing? And let's put our ghost book down as well. Make sure it's open. And let's head back to the truck and shuttle some more equipment in. Now we can put down ghost orbs. And it looks like we have these 3 options: Banshee, Hantu, and Obake. Next order of business you'd probably want to do is bring in protection. So what you want to do is bring in your crucifix and place it on the floor in an area where it's going to cover most of the room. Like right there would be okay. And your dots pens, you can walk around with them or you can set them like this. And they're pretty good that way. I used to curse the tier 1 equipment and I used to say it is god-awful garbage. It's just a little difficult and it requires patience. So let's take the second dot pen right there and head back in. You can walk around with these like a flashlight, like I just said. It's just, if you really want to put yourself in danger, you can do that. Now, just find another spot to place these. Let's close that to make sure it's not interacting with anything. Not really seeing anything as I'm looking around with it, so I can set it down and put it right here and get a little cross pattern going. Next up is your tier 1 salt, and you can place these in doorways to catch ghosts, just like so. And right there you would know it's not a wraith, since a wraith can't step in salt. The piles of salt for the tier 1 aren't great, but you can find places to do it. And with the tier 1 sound sensor, you can listen for any sort of movement from the truck, and it looks like we do have freezing. And that's our third evidence. So we can mark that down as freezing, and then we have a Hantu. Now, if you really want to, you should make sure that this isn't a mimic by asking more questions on the spirit box. The range on the tier 1 spirit box is pretty bad, so you just gotta wait for some activity and then just stand right where the activity is and start asking some questions. Are you here? Can you hear me? Are you there? Where are you? Can you hear me? Are you there? Now, I want to take a little bit to explain the Tier 1 sound sensor. It's a very underrated piece of equipment, as you can use different ranges to hear what's going on inside. And you can use this in cooperation with your activity meter to make sure there's things going on that you might want to record or get evidence for, or if you don't want to go in because your sanity is low. So I feel like I wanted to mention that. It's a great piece of equipment. Now let's use the Tier 1 optional equipment here. Your tier 1 firelight is fairly simple. All you need to do is ignite it. When you have an igniter in your inventory, place it down. For me, that's the F key. And it's the same with the motion sensor. You put these on doors, walls, floors, or even the ceiling if you want to. It looks like we already got the objective done. So that's great. Tier 1 camera is fairly slow, but it's worth it to take in anyway to take pictures because you want as much cash as you need to level up quicker. The grind is real here in Phasmophobia. So this gives you 3-star photos for disturbed salt. I recommend doing that a lot. And also interactions such as door touches. And if you take any photos of an incorrect interaction, you can delete these anytime. To complete our last objective here, we need to be hunted, and these can be kind of scary for your first time doing these, but it's well worth it for the money, and it's well worth it just to get used to the ghosts. So it's going to be coming from that room over there. Here it comes. When you have your smudge stick out and you have an igniter, just wait for it to get close, smudge it, and run to a hiding spot. Now, I would tell you to endlessly loop the ghost in the kitchen. If you want to do that, you can see other videos about that and learn how to do it. Just, it's not exactly safe if you want to have the money and you want to level up. The safest thing is to just smudge it, run to your hiding spot, wait till it's done hunting, get out, get your money, and level up so you can get more equipment that you want to use. Now the hunt is over, we got our Hantu. That only took about 10 minutes, and we can get our rewards and get at it. Now it was a Hantu, and with all the objectives done, plus a couple of photos taken, you could have taken even more, gotten the bone, and gotten a perfect investigation. This is quite worth it just for a quick little run. $1 grand a piece isn't too shabby once you unlock Professional. Now, for our second run here, we're going to be going in with the same equipment, and we're going to be doing these optional objectives here. So let's go back in, same loadout, UV, spirit box, and EMF detector, and let's see what we find. Definitely keep your ears open for any sort of things moving. The creaking you don't have to pay attention to, actually. That's just ambient noise. Let's see, okay. Nothing here in the garage. Breaker is downstairs. Let's go flip that on. Flip that on, head back upstairs. And just heard a door touch, it's right here. EMF reading of 2 or 3. Alright, turn these lights on. Light our way back. And let's head back over here and see if we can get any more evidences. Set that down. Take a quick look with the light. Don't have any UV. Okay. Let's see if we can get a spirit box response if it touches it again. Just wait a little bit. Are you here? Can you hear me? Okay, as easy as that with the tier 1 spirit box. Recheck this door. We got nothing. Alright, that's this equipment done. Let's put this down and head back and get some more. Now, a quick check-in here now that we know that we have spirit box. Ghosts that you want to look out for with this type of evidence would be the Wraith, the Phantom, as well as the Moroi. Now, the Wraith and the Phantom have the tendency to teleport around, which is dangerous, but with the Moroi, they have a sanity-draining effect that can be when you get a response with the spirit box, or also if you hear whispers on your parabolic, and the only way to stop this sanity-draining effect is to come to the truck or take meds. And looks like our sanity is doing good, so let's go back in with a cross and a ghostwriting book and a camera. Set it down on a tripod, and let's head back in. Alright, looks like we just got a ghost ball event, and for anybody who doesn't know about that, you can cross off Oni, but it's already crossed off when we have Spirit Box. If you're doing something with 0 evidence, you can tell immediately that that would not be an Oni. Alright, so let's open this, turn this on. Oh, we already got a Spirit Orb, so that's good. Set this down. Let's set up our crucifix, because I'm pretty sure this is the room, set up our ghost book, and come back. Now let's head back in. I'm going to take the sound sensor, the salt for the Wraith, and the photo camera for a Phantom. Now, heading in with the sound sensor, I just want to talk a little bit on this again. Another good use of the sound sensor is if you have a ghostwriting book, you can set it down next to it, and if you have other people in the truck, you can hear the ghostwriting book being interacted with from the truck. And you can just tell, alright, it definitely has written in the book, and there's no need to go back inside to get that evidence. Just in case there's something like a demon that you're afraid of that needs ghostwriting, or a Thay, it's very interesting to use. And we have it in the utility room. All we need is that little bubble, and we can leave it there. Now let's set up our dots. Oh, we already have a footprint, but let's push you back a little bit more. Like so, yeah, get a little crisscross going. Push that door open. So, we have a footprint, which means no Wraith. Can cross that off. Barely escaped an event. Close the door on me. So let's cross off Wraith, and let's go in and see what we can see on the camera. So we still just have our orb. It's going to be a waiting game with dots, especially with tier 1, so I would recommend just camping in the truck instead of being in danger. Alright, let's head back in here with our candlelight, just to test an EMF reading at some point. Let me light that. And we're also going to be using the parabolic here as our optional objective. Now with the parabolic, you're going to turn it on, and wherever the ghost room is, just do a sweeping motion from right to left, left to right, whatever. Just so you can get the ghost down. It's going to take a while if you are kind of just standing in one spot with the tier 1. Now there we go, we have our parabolic objective done. Now we can toss this down and move on with our investigation. Now this next part is always fun to try out when you have spirit box and ghost orbs, and that is the Onryo test. So light these 3 candles near your crucifix, and you can also take the EMF, turn that on, and put them near the candles to measure what the EMF will be when it blows it out. So now we just play the waiting game and see when the ghost will blow these out. And if all 3 are blown out and then a hunt immediately starts, we know it is an Onryo. We got some activity somewhere else. It's tossing something around. Here comes a ghost ball. And you know what? A quick thing. You can outrun these ghost balls if you want to. You don't have to kind of just sit there and let them hit you in the face. You can actually outrun those. Okay, so it blew out some candles. We're getting a EMF of only 2, 3, nothing big. Let's see what happens when it blows out that 3rd candle. Turn this light on again. And oh, okay. As soon as that candle went out, it hunted. Let's go back and take a look at our sanity. With the Onryo, it can hunt at any sanity if it blows out 3 candle lights. Okay, and we're at 75% sanity. No other ghost on this list can do what it just did. So there we go, we have an Onryo. And another reason to do these tests is not just to flex your knowledge, but to also save time. It takes so long to get freezing. I think I was sitting here for about 10 minutes until it actually hit below 0. And there we have our Onryo with the test working again to prove that is what the ghost is. Alright, now the next thing I want to do is show you the tier 1 equipment can work with anything that you want it to work with. Say you have friends that want to do 2 evidence, or even less. You can use the tier 1 equipment with anything. From nightmare to insanity difficulty, the tier 1 equipment is just as useful as tier 3. Alright, we have 2 evidence, so let's head back in with our same loadout. Listening for any interactions. Okay, it looks like we do have the cursed mirror. That's going to be useful for an objective later. Oh yeah. Turning on the breaker first would be nice. Alright, let's turn on the breaker. And let's see, turn on usual lights to find our way back. Also just to keep our sanity in check. And let's take a look at this cursed mirror. And it looks like our ghost is in the master bedroom. We can head back in here with the crucifix, place you on the bed, cover the most area. Now we can leave our equipment in here and get some more. Head in with the camera. What do we got? Any orbs at all? Not looking like we do. You want to check every corner for the orbs, because sometimes they can just be ever so slightly out of the room. Excuse me, door? Yeah. Okay, so no ghost orbs anywhere. Let's set you down and get everything else set up. Just take another little quick peek. Yeah, looks like we got nothing. Alright, set you down. We got a door touch over there. Let's put down our ghost book and put down our dot pen right here on the bed, facing that door. And we have an EMF reading of only 2 and 3. Nothing special. Try to do a spirit box test. Are you here? Can you hear me? Are you there? Where are you? Can you hear me? Are you there? Alright, after pressing the spirit, it looks like it is not answering, so let's put our thermometer down here too. And let's see. I heard it tap a window. Looks like it wasn't that one. Looks like it was the bathroom one. Yep. Just so you know, they can tap windows and leave UV evidence there too. Grab a bone. And check for UV, and nothing. Alright, now let's put our salt here. Right on top of the ghost's foot, apparently. No UV there. Alright, put more salt over here. Obviously not a wraith at this point. And let's find a place to set up our dot pen. Are you young? Are you old? Alright, it looks like I pressed this ghost so hard that it actually showed evidence. Okay, so we got ghost writing. That's good. Not that much of an EMF response. And we're not at freezing yet either. And a quick little word of advice, we can rule out Moroi no matter what because Spirit Box is forced evidence for it, meaning that it needs to show Spirit Box if it's 2 evidence, 1 evidence, no matter what, because it's part of its special ability. And at this point we can also rule out a They. It's not aggressive enough. Now let's take another sweep with the dot pen here, and hey, how's it going? Looks like EMF is going off the charts. Hold on. Yep, we got an EMF 5 after that ghost event, and there is our second evidence. Alright, let's get out of here quick. Recuperate. Check our sanity too. So EMF 5, meaning we have a spirit or a myling. We know it's not a shade. It's way too aggressive. Shades will not do anything if you're in there. They can't even do a manifestation unless you're at a very low sanity, so we're gonna do something to test this. What we're gonna do is get a hiding spot, and we have one here in the garage, in this locker. Gonna put a crucifix right here so we don't get spawned on if it's wandering around. Give it a second, and we're going to use the cursed mirror to our advantage here and force us to hunt. Let's kind of wait around for another minute, make sure it's not doing any sort of ghost events, so it's not in the room with us when we do this. Alright. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use the mirror until it breaks. If you use the mirror too many times and you have no more sanity, it will shatter, causing a cursed hunt. And there it goes, it's hunting. And we're going to get the ghost to come over our way. You can use the radio if you want to. You can hear it walking in the hall next to us. Here it comes. Now you're going to smudge this ghost, run into this locker, and you can start a timer on your phone, or if you have another sort of app that allows you to do that. Now set the timer for 3 minutes, and this is the spirit test. If you smudge a spirit during a hunt, it will not be able to hunt for another 3 minutes, as other ghosts can do it in 90 seconds. Between a spirit and a myling in this case, this is a surefire way to know what you're dealing with. Now, it should be 3 minutes, and basically on the dot, it was 3 minutes, so we have a spirit here. Sometimes you can even tell without a timer that it's a spirit, because it's just taking so damn long. Others doing it at 90 seconds compared to 3 minutes is very noticeable. So you're just going to wait for the ghost to stop hunting, and then once it's done hunting, you can get out and you can claim your rewards, knowing that 2 evidence, you got this. Come on. Finish up. I need to get out of here. And also, just another word of advice when I am able to get out of here is to see if it burned the crucifix by some sort of fluke, because that's the only other thing that would impede hunt progress. So let's go back, and yeah, the crucifix is fine. So we got ourselves a spirit. Now let's get out of here and get our reward. There we have our spirit, and that's going to do it for this video on a beginner's guide to tier 1 items. If you found this helpful, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and I hope you have happy hunting. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next video.